A new report in the Washington Post says the United States has asked Hong Kong to detain Edward Snowden, the former U.S. intelligence contractor accused of leaking top-secret surveillance information. Snowden is believed to be hiding out in Hong Kong and says he plans to fight any effort to extradite him.
The man who accused the US government of spying has now been charged with a similar crime. A court document shows that Edward Snowden has been accused of theft of government property, the unauthorised communication of national defence information, and the willful communication of classified information to an unauthorised person. The filing of the charges comes just a few weeks after Edward Snowden leaked information about US surveillance programs that monitored and gathered data from millions of emails and phone calls. The leaks have been embarrassing for President Obama, and authorities in Washington have since been spending huge amounts of time trying to justify and defend their actions.
The latest involves Britain and the claim that the country's eavesdropping nerve centre, GCHQ, had a programme very similar to that in the United States. According to unverified documents leaked by Mr. Snowden in Hong Kong, recordings of phone calls, email messages, Facebook messages and the internet history of any computer can be accessed by GCHQ. The level of access may surprise some, but under current UK law it is entirely legal.
Snowden's leaks led to revelations that the US is seizing data under a national security agency program known as PRISM. Snowden also alleges that US intelligence has been hacking into Chinese computer networks. President Obama says PRISM can't be used to intentionally target anyone in the US and that it's supervised by judges.
The so-called PRISM system targeted US citizens, both at home and abroad, as well as foreign interests in countries like China. The revelations have seriously damaged the reputation of the NSA and the US government.
The Washington Post says U.S. authorities have asked law enforcement there to detain him on a provisional arrest warrant. The newspaper says this is a step towards seeking his extradition. U.S. Department of Justice says it cannot comment on the case.
The officials did not describe the charges in detail because the papers have been filed under seal in federal court in Alexandria, Virginia, so they're not publicly available. But they say the charges accuse him of violating federal espionage charges by sharing classified documents with people who were not cleared to receive them. He's also charged with stealing government property. It was only a matter of time before these charges were filed, and in fact it's taken all this time because the U.S. and the authorities in Hong Kong have been going back and forth to make certain that whatever charges the U.S. filed would conform to the extradition treaty with Hong Kong. So the next step is now for the police in Hong Kong to arrest Snowden at the request of the U.S., though he's been in hiding there. That will then start the formal extradition process in court there, which could take several months to resolve, Brian.